Hi, friends. Welcome back to Sort of Ambitious. My name is Shannon.
I'm Jenna.
We are here for our part 2 of the wedding roundup
Yeah, we're your
episodes.
hosts. We're your hosts of Sort of Ambitious.
Oh, did I not say that? Whoops.
I don't know. I think maybe you did, but just in case. I'm nervous. I don't want to mess this one up. My kids are going to listen to this. I think. I hope.
Well, we hope you guys are all having a great day. Let's dive in.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Do you have something to drink? What are you drinking, Shannon?
I'm back to my water, but I have my
Back to your water. I told Kyle we both were drinking, so
I
it
have
looks like
an
it's just me.
I have an early 4 a.m. wake up call, so I have my well-rested
yeah.
herbal tea, caffeine-free,
Okay. Perfect. I'm
to
gonna also
hopefully
do
put
my
me to bed.
well-rested tequila grapefruit concoction I made last time that'll also hopefully put me to
Put
bed.
you to bed. Honestly, the alcohol would probably do it faster than the tea, but
Okay, well, I have to explain my getup for those of you who can't see us and don't watch our YouTube channel, losers. Um, I feel like I'm only allowed to wear this bride headband like one more time, and it
yeah,
felt appropriate.
I
And
love
like I'm
it.
not a bride, I'm not a bride anymore. I'm a wife, which is fine. It's great. It's awesome. But this is so pretty. And I was like, you know
Beautiful.
what? I only get to wear it one more time. And then I'm wearing my crafted by me my
Merch.
my merch, my sweatshirt that says my wedding date, and then on the back it says Mrs. Hindman. So I'm feeling myself tonight
She's
for my wedding
in the
episode.
vibes.
In
I
the
love
vibes.
it.
I keep dropping my mic because I'm on a makeshift upside down box that my kids' shampoo and conditioner came in from. Kylie baby. I bought this 2 years ago, you guys. I barely have run out because my son has no hair, and I've kept the box because it's so beautiful. So,
Really? Do you
yes.
like the product?
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, I don't know if any baby shampoo or anything makes your kids' hair grow. That's the purpose of it. I don't know. I don't think it's doing that because Cohen doesn't really have any hair.
Wait, that's the purpose of it?
No,
Or
no, no,
you're
no.
saying
I'm
that's
saying like I don't know if
oh.
any baby shampoo
Oh,
or
yes.
conditioner
Okay.
is like meant to make your baby's hair grow.
Right.
I was gonna say if it is, that's not what's happening to his
Got
hair.
it.
His hair's
Got
not
it.
growing. But it has like lasted me literally. I haven't bought new shampoo or conditioner. One, because I was gifted a lot of it like for the baby shower, but like those bottles are just now like barely empty. So
Whoa, that's crazy.
yeah, and I just do just one little pump, two little pumps because he's just got no hair. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
anyways. Side note: who else has kids and is excited about baby shampoo and conditioner?
I know, I need to stop asking like random questions.
No,
All
I
right.
think it's great. I think it's great.
Should we
Okay,
do
Shannon's
our
tired. Shannon's tired, you guys. She is on Arkansas time and she has to get up at 4 in the morning, basically, which is in like 2 hours. And
I'm ready to go. I'm excited for this episode.
I think I'm nervous. I'm gonna forget something or mess something up, and then I'm gonna be sad about it. Okay. Day of my wedding, because I got married, you guys. I woke up with Kyle, which was I think I needed to do that. I needed to like just start the day with him because I start every day with him. So like, why would I do anything differently? I wasn't getting married like, I don't know, away from my family. Like I'm not like leaving my nest. I don't know.
Yeah.
I live with him. I do everything with him. Like it just made sense to me to be with him the night before. So we stayed the night together. We did not have our son with us, which was also different. Like we just kind of didn't know what to do with ourselves because we had him the night before that, and then we were like, okay, bye, we'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Like we're just not used to leaving him, so that felt a little odd when we both woke up. Like we didn't have anything else to do other than get ourselves ready. We were up pretty early. I showered. I don't know if Kyle showered. I think he did. I can't remember. And I feel like there was just kind of like a moment where like we realized we needed to be downstairs to meet everybody. And I was like, okay, are you ready? Like, here we go, I guess. I won't see you until it's our time in the binder. We'll check and we'll see when we're supposed to be together. And so I have like a picture of us just kind of standing in the mirror at our hotel, and I was trying to like just remember even what I was thinking in that moment, but I was honestly probably thinking like, how are we all going to get to Haley's house? Like, what is what's the car
Right.
situation? Which guys are going in what car? Which girls are going in what car? Because that like was not figured out. And Kyle kept asking me like, well, who are you going with? And I was like, I don't know, but no one's gonna leave the bride behind, so I'll figure it out. Like I'll just get in one of the vehicles. And so I think I was downstairs first, or like I maybe left the hotel room first, or maybe we both left at the same time. I don't really remember. But we get downstairs, and I was looking through videos today because I don't have a ton of stuff on my phone other than like what people sent me, because I really just wasn't on my phone. But I took like a few videos, and I'm so glad that I did, because they're just like so funny. The guys are kind of like gathered outside. You see some like, I remember not in the video, but I remember seeing some guys running to like their cars, like they're going to get their cars quickly. And I see like 2 suits like in their bags hanging like on the side of the street in downtown Portland. So like that's in the video, and I just was like, whose suits are these? Like I guarantee I could tell you whose suits are just hanging
On like a
on the
parking meter.
street on like a parking meter. Literally, I'm like, oh my god. So like I have that little video. I was giving Brandon a hard time about his speech like every chance I could, because I don't get to make fun of the boys very often. I'm usually the target of all the jokes. And so I was like, I felt like I had one thing I could bug him about for this whole like weekend. And so I definitely did. That's in the video multiple times. I have 2 videos, one from like the night before and that morning. And I just remember seeing like everybody standing on the street and just being like, I can't believe like we are all going to our wedding. Like we're all these people that are right here right now are getting cars to go get ready for our wedding. And I remember like feeling like I needed to calm myself down, because I was just like, oh my God, it's already like, it's only like 7:30 in the morning. I'm already like, whoa, this feels crazy. And then so I texted my sister. Both my sisters were getting a ride from Becky, who is my sister Jalissa's like mother-in-law. And she, thank God for Becky, she just is like so wonderful with all the kids. She has lots of kids. I've known her my whole life. And she just is always so helpful, like willing to drive, willing to like pack in whatever, move stuff around, go back and forth. Like she's an OG mom. She's been doing it for a long time. Like she just knows what to do and how to do it, and like do it efficiently and get everybody where they need to go. So I jumped in with Jade and Jalissa and my niece, and I have a sweet little video like of us in the car, like we're getting ready, we're going. Jade looks like she could care less. And then Jalissa's like, oh my God, are we there yet? Like pregnant, you know, like in the front seat. And then Jayla's like, yeah. She's like so excited. My little flower girl. She's like so happy. And so yeah, and then we go to Haley's house, and Haley's just the sweetest. Her house is always just so like comfortable. No matter like when we're there, it just is always like a space all of us are comfortable being in. And so it just felt good as soon as I got there. I was like, oh, thank God. Like I don't feel like I have to do anything or like figure out what's going to work for everybody. Like everyone just knows what to do at Haley's house. And so we get there, and her house is all cute. It's like always cute, but she has like a little breakfast nook is set up, and she's got a tray of bagels all cut, and like 4 different cream cheeses and these little knives and mimosas and cute glasses. And I was so grateful, because I didn't really think about what everyone was going to eat. I did say I would like us to eat breakfast at Haley's, and like maid of honor, she did great. She just had it all there. We could eat when we wanted. It was perfect. And I was like, thank goodness for that. We moved some things, like just a mirror to like make it so that everybody had a mirror, and, you know, where I needed to sit to get my makeup and my hair and stuff done. But again, it didn't feel like we were pulling teeth to do anything. It just was like natural. We all just, again, knew where to go and what to do and where to get ready, and it just felt good. At least for me, I was really comfortable there. What did I say? I said we were like reminiscing. We were drinking our mimosas. I was writing my vows in my little book, because as much shit as I gave Kyle asking him like, did you write your vows? Did you write your vows? I wrote mine, but I wrote them in my phone a million years ago, and I needed to like actually put them in our my book. And so I'm like
Yeah.
trying to like reminisce and listen and like, yay, cheers, and eat and talk at the same time. I'm like, you guys, I have to write these down or like I will not because I want to sit here and chat with all of you. So I'm like madly writing as quickly as I can. And then I put that we were just like making TikToks like from the start to the very end of the day. But like
Yeah.
the TikTok started immediately. And shout out to Shannon. She did all of it, you guys. All I had to do was say the words and Shannon just filmed and cut to, made them all perfect. In the midst of this, my mom gets lost and is like frantic. Mind you, we lived here for like a long time, like this town that she's lost. She's lost in. So she calls me. She was honestly going like 4 exits, okay? Like, I think Oregon City's exit is like 18. No, actually, I think it's 4. And then Haley's is like 18. Like, it's not that far. It's so quick, so close. And she calls, and my sister Jade gives me, she's like, Mom's lost, and she's frantic. So, and I'm like, okay, just let me talk to her. I get the phone, and she's like, I don't know where I am. I'm 45. It says it's going to take me 3.5 hours to get to you. And I'm like, okay, well, you clearly didn't drive 3.5 hours already, so you probably just have the address incorrectly.
Right.
Let's just figure it out. Oh, hi.
So sneaky, babe. So sneaky.
Shannon's husband walked in the back like we weren't going to see him. What are you, Kendrick? 6'3"? Just, you can't hide.
She's making fun of you, by the way, but he can't hear you make fun of us.
Oh, yeah, he can't hear me. Oh my gosh, that's so true. Okay, all right, where are you? Are you in the closet again? What are you doing?
Yeah, again, we have this weird little vanity set up, so
I like it. I think it's great.
Closet, half bathroom.
Okay, I just said like I calm my mom down. I get her to Haley's. And we ate, and then I opened a really sweet gift from Jasmine. She got me a initial bracelet, which was so sweet. So my new initials, you guys, because I changed my name. Not yet legally, but I have changed it. Jenna Lee Hindman. So my new initials are JLH, which I have yet to take the bracelet off. I just like am obsessed. I love seeing it. I think I just like to see that's me now.
That was such a cute gift.
Yeah, so sweet. And then she also got me samples of perfume. So Jazz is like a perfume connoisseur. She has always had all the good perfumes, all the like good smells. We've always hoarded her perfume collection over the years. And so I must have said it enough times, probably talking to her like, oh, I just want like a signature scent and I don't even know what to do or where to look. And like, not with any intent behind it, but like so thoughtful of her to like hear me and get me like 5 different scents. And she's like, it's so hard to pick a perfume for somebody, but I got these ones, pick one, wear it on anniversaries, whatever. And so I pick one, but I picked one so quickly because I almost forgot to pick one. Like when it was happening, when I was supposed to spray it on myself.
Right.
And she's like, which one did you get? And I was like, I don't even know. I just threw it in the bag so I would know that it's this one. That's what it is. Because I know that they all smell good. I just like didn't have time to really like sit down and choose. But I'm so happy I had a scent and now I have one. So that was just a really sweet gift. And then I also got a lipstick from her that said Mrs. Hindman on it. So I'm never going to throw that away, even when it's all gone.
So cute.
I love that it has my name on it. I was so excited about that. And then I practiced my vows with Jazz before I like kind of started getting ready. I just kind of asked like if someone would sit with me. If they wanted to be surprised, I understood. I would just go outside and like say it to myself again. But I needed to like read through it and just have someone hear it out loud so that I could like, if I need to change something, change it or like make it make more sense or that type of thing. I don't know why. She's also like heard every speech in my life because we've went to high school together and we went to college together. And so it kind of made sense for her to stand out there and like here, listen with me. Actually, we sat We laid on the lounge chairs. We did not stand. No one was standing. Um, in Haley's backyard. But yeah, she's heard me talk in front of people I don't know, people I love, and it just made sense for her to like be there and be the person to be like, that was perfect, great. And I was like, awesome. And then I had like hair, makeup, and photo, hair, makeup, photo, and video arrive sort of around the same time. My mom really wanted help with her hair, so I didn't have that like planned initially, but my friend Mandy is a saint and has a very great tool, the Dyson blow dry hair thing. And she just like whipped it out, and my mom was like so happy and just like felt so pretty. And that meant a lot to me. So I'm thankful that like my mom felt good. Start my hair. Paige is there. She's the cutest little baby bump. So cute. The amount of pregnant people you guys at my wedding, it's actually insane. So 3 people just like within getting me ready and being a part of the day was those my sister, my best friend, and my hair girl, all pregnant. And there was just something like really sweet about seeing that constantly, like kind of every direction I turned. It's like, oh, the sweetest little, just another baby coming into the world is just the best. Even secret pregnancies we didn't even know about.
Right.
At the wedding. And then you guys, it was just the best. I freaking love, I can't wait to be pregnant again. Just can't wait. I said I did feel really calm once I was at Haley's house. I wrote that down. Like I felt calm within like the crazy that I knew was about to like take place. I felt really good there. Like there was not a care in the world. I was just like so happy. I was feeling really good. I feel like I started to lose my shit when they were like, can you just go look in the mirror when I was like all done getting ready? And I was like, oh, sure, okay. So I like look in the mirror and do the classic like I'm staring at myself and just kind of seeing it all come forth again. And I was just really happy. I just remember standing there and being really happy and knowing that everybody that I love is about to be in the same room, and I just couldn't wait. I was just excited, and I think I was just really excited. I rode with Jazz and Molly to the venue, and I again felt surreal. I've been in the car with them a million times over the years, and I have a cute little video that says like, we're on our way to my wedding. I'm like, oh my gosh. And we're just driving like we're going to get some coffee. And I think I was just still in like shock that we were going to my wedding. Like we've talked about it obviously a million times. We've cried about it a million times. We've had to talk each other through moments in planning and just all the things that come along with being lifelong friends. It just felt really good to be with them like on the way there and feeling like, okay, it's my time. Like, here we go. We're doing it. When we arrived, the boys were doing some video with Katie. They were so cute. They all had like their suits over their shoulders, and like I was just so excited. But then I realized I probably shouldn't get out of the car where I was because they weren't supposed to see me yet. And so did a little minute, get the things we needed to go to the bridal suite, and a little shuffle got the boys out of the way so that I could go hide in the trailer for a minute, get dressed. And I said, I think from there is when like things start to get a little like blurry, only because I was so happy that I was there. I just was like, I'm here. I did it. I planned the day. I don't have any control now. Like, I have to let it go. And so I wrote like, help me fill in blanks. Is there anything I like forgot? Did I just like yeah, I just was so happy. I feel like that's going to be my theme throughout this podcast is I'm just gonna say, like, I was so happy, like, genuinely just the happiest I have, like, ever been to be right there and in every single moment of the day. But yeah, that's where things, like, start to just kind of, like, I'm not sure the order of things. I still have notes to, like, go, but I wrote, like, help me fill in the blanks. Is there anything that you want to add, Shannon?
Yeah, no, I feel like, I mean, taking us back to like Haley's house, I feel like there was just a really good overall vibe in the house getting ready. It wasn't the vibe that I feel like you would have if you're getting ready to go out with your friends in college. Like it definitely wasn't that, even though we're all getting ready and dolling up. It was like a happy vibe, but you could definitely feel a little bit more seriousness, like people like really paying attention to their makeup and like curling that one strand of hair 3 or 4 times to make sure it like laid perfectly. And I feel
Yeah.
like it was just really fun because there was a lot of us while Jenna is just so calmly sitting there getting her hair and makeup done. There's a lot of us like running around helping each other, like pulling this in here, pinning that there. And, does this look okay? Does my makeup look okay? And everyone just being so sweet with each other. I do feel like there was a hot moment at the house where we were getting behind schedule. And I actually have no idea what got us behind schedule. But all of a sudden it was like we're supposed to leave the house at 11. And I look down at my camera and it's 11:01. And I'm like, okay, everyone is still sitting on the ground like in front of a mirror. Now it's 11:30 and then like 11:25 rolls around and like no one's left the house yet. But then luckily we got there on time. And really the only other thing I remember, kind of like you mentioned, the boys were doing their photos and videos right when we got there. And so obviously we have to keep Jenna concealed. And one of the parts that I like thought was so cute and I laughed so hard at was us getting you out of the car and like staged, because her bridal suite was like the furthest back room from where you would get dropped off. So it wasn't like we could just like drop her off right into her room. So we'd like stage her to get her back there to the room. But I thought it was so cute that I like, I, like yelled at the boys. I was like, Kyle cannot look over here. And all the guys took their like black tux bags and like made a wall of a screen so that Kyle couldn't look, because he kept being like, what? What can I do? You can't tell me what to do. I can do whatever I want. And like was like,
Classic. Don't tell me what to do. Naturally.
yeah.
Of course he says that.
Yeah, like he was like sneaking that he was gonna take a look, but they were all like, Kyle, do not, and like made a wall of bodies for him to not look past. And
Oh my god, cute.
yeah, I just thought it was cute that they were doing their little like game day fits, like game day videos, and you could tell they were all feeling themselves so much in their glasses, and they were in
I
it. And
can't
then
wait.
I feel like we were just trying to get you back to your room so that you could like.
Yeah, I feel like we like you and I were like sprinting behind the barn to get over there.
Yeah. I feel like, well, yeah, we like were running because they kind of were hanging out right, like they could have easily looked down and seen you, but
Yeah.
I feel like we just really wanted to get you back into your room so you could put all your stuff down and like do the next stage of getting fully ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. What did I say? Don't make apps. Was that all you wanted to say from there? I didn't want to cut you off. Was that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You were frozen. I couldn't tell if you were still talking. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I remember. Like getting there, we like hustled to get to where we needed to be, got everybody's dresses where they needed to be. And then we were just kind of like in the bridal suite, and I wrote in like capital letters that my anxiety was absolutely like rising at this point. I was like, oh gosh, I don't know if I can just completely let go of control of this day. Like
Right.
I kept just being like, where's the binder? As long as I feel like someone has that and like the timeline is somewhat on time, I'm not super worried about it being like exactly on time. I just don't want to forget something and then be like really sad that I didn't do it. So
Right.
I, again, just put in my anxiety was rising, and I am settling into the fact that like this is all about to happen. our day's here. We've made it. I do remember like just looking out of the bridal suite. I think I sort of mentioned this in last week's episode, or part one's episode of the wedding, but I remember I could kind of see out the like a little bit of the bridal suite, just like a tunnel kind of down through the center and like across to the kitchen-ish area. But like every time I looked out there was someone doing like final details of things. And again, those were like Amanda Sawyer and Kelly Hartung and Marissa Liddell. Like I saw those three just like hustling around the barn, still doing the things that like I would for sure be telling somebody to do, but they were just doing it. And even like the banner that I had that I bought off Marketplace, like so one of the first wedding decor things, I had no idea where I was going to hang this big canvas thing that said like, I don't know, better together, or together is the best place to be, or something like that. And I had it sitting on the table up there, like where all the decor stuff was, but there was this backboard, like a basketball backboard that was in the barn that like I didn't really notice that much. It was, I'm 5 foot nothing, y'all.
Yeah.
But like it was not my eye level, but like Kelly had come up and asked me the day before, like, hey, are they going to take the backboard down? Like, what's that? What do you want to do with that? And I was like, oh, honestly, I didn't even like notice the backboard that much. I think it's just going to be there. And like, thank God she just thought to cover it with that big piece of canvas. And like, it was so beautiful. Like, so when I did look over there, my eye went straight to that and then like down to my decor table, and it was just perfect. Like they had put everything in place, and Amanda's like fixing the centerpieces, and I just see people like hustling around. Flowers are getting put in place, and that just made me so happy. So like I'm again still in high anxiety, but like I do feel like I'm just soaking it in and I'm really thankful that I had people there that like know me and know what I would have wanted without me having to tell them. Like that felt really good. I wrote down, I think I took a shot with Shannon and Jill, but I don't actually remember if I took the shot. I feel like the shot was poured. Did we take a shot?
No, you did not. I don't think you did any drinking. Like,
okay. But I feel like shots were poured, and then I just maybe didn't take it.
Yes.
Okay. So I wanted to.
We were all definitely drinking. Like, I think you were like, go ahead, but you're like, I'm not drinking anything right now. And I feel like we could all tell that your anxiety was rising, and definitely everyone else's anxiety was rising a little bit. And I remember Kelly coming up to me. I think it was Kelly, coming up to me and being like, okay, like they had a situation with the flowers. And I was like, shit, I don't know. Like, she never talked to me about this. Like, let me go find the binder. I'm running around trying to find the binder. I mean, she has to have pictures of what she wants X and Y, Z to look like. I get the binder. It's not in there. So I was like, okay.
I didn't put flowers in the binder.
No, I was like, she has to. I think they wanted to know what you wanted your head table to look like. And I was like, well, she probably has a picture of the head table in there. And then no head table. So I was like, I don't know. And they're like, well, we don't want to be the one to ask Jenna. And I was like, okay, I'll try to find a good time to like ask her, but just do whatever you think is best. Like, she's going to like it. And so I could definitely tell everyone's anxiety was getting higher. And I think that's why a lot of the bridesmaids were like, okay, let's take a shot, just to kind of like, bring everyone like back down and back together. And you definitely stood in the room while we all did it. But like, I feel like your brain was in a different universe in that moment. Like, we were all taking it, and you were just kind of like smiling, like eyes wide, like probably thinking a million miles a minute, but we're all like, okay.
I know. I was wondering, like, I do remember, I feel like I was standing in the corner, like where the barrel was, and there's the mirrors like right there. And again, I'm like seeing myself in the mirror. My dress is on, or no, my dress isn't on yet because you guys hadn't seen me yet, or hadn't done my reveal yet. And I just was like, oh my gosh, like I'm about to put on my dress. I'm about to show my mom for the first time. Kyle's going to see me in a few minutes. Like all of those things were like running through my head. I'm like, oh my God, what if like they think it looks terrible? I knew you guys wouldn't. I know you would think it was fabulous. But I was also like, what if people just think it's like so much? Like, why would she wear a dress like that? But then I don't. And then again, I never think like that. So the fact that things were like that were even running through my head, I was just so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And was like, I can't believe this is happening again. Like, I'm just the happiest I've ever been, but also my anxiety is the highest it's ever been because I've let the day go to just be like, okay, here we go. I did have Mandy bring me some food. I think that's where I started to like, I need to eat something, or I'm gonna like, I ate a bagel, but that was not enough. I needed something else in my stomach. I was like, there's Hawaiian rolls right here, and there's salami wrapped cheese or turkey or something. Like, just steal it from the charcuterie board. I
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. She runs, she comes back, she's got all the snacks. I'm like trying to take deep breaths and shove the food in my mouth before I like get in my dress. Actually, I think I had gotten into my dress at that point. I sprayed myself with my perfume. I did my first looks with you guys. And again, I can't speak to it, but like, I was just so excited to finally show you guys the dress. So much anticipation. You guys all picked your dresses without knowing what my dress looked like. I obviously just was like, you guys got it. I know you'll figure it out. But like, that moment, I was just so happy. Again, so happy to finally show you guys the dress. I was like, we did it. We're here. We made it. Let me see. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. And we just...
Yeah, we were all like arriving at the venue. We were all still in our merch that she made for us. And so all of us, the bridesmaids, all of us like had to hurry and get in our outfits because we kind of realized like now or never, you know, we got to get the ball rolling. We all like throw our stuff on super quick. And then we're all standing in a line facing backwards so that we can't see Jenna. And we're all like, wow, like all of our whites are the exact same white, which is
everybody did great.
So rare because I feel like, at least my experience in just finding my outfit, there was creams, ivory, blah, 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 blah. And so we're all standing there just kind of like admiring the fact that we all look different, look great, but like we hit the mark.
Nobody saw anybody's really. Like, nobody actually knew what anyone was going to wear because some people's came last minute. Some people had to change what they got. Some people had like I had 2 pregnant people in my wedding party, so like they had to find their dress basically like when it was time because
so that it fit.
You know, you're naturally just growing bigger with a belly, and so like my sister must have called me 3 times with 3 different dresses. Like this is, I think I'm gonna do this one. I think I'm gonna do this one, and I was like, okay, they're all great, perfect, and like. Jill, I think, sent me her dress maybe 2 weeks before the wedding, and she's like, don't kill me. I'm like, no, I trusted all of you. Like, I was not worried about you guys finding it. I was like, find something white.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all just standing there in line, like, chatting about our whites, and then all of a sudden, like, I think at the same time, we all realized you guys have yelled at us, like, 3 times to turn around, because we were all just, like, talking within ourselves, and then finally we're like, okay, we'll turn around, and then we didn't really realize, though, I didn't realize, at least, that I was turning around to you, like, in your dress. I don't know what I thought I was turning around to, but then I just started crying. I was like, oh my god, she's so beautiful! Because I think in our podcast, we talked about, like, I had no guesses as to what you were going to wear at all.
I know, I was going to say, too, I did, like, draw the dress at my bridal shower, and the 2 that I chose were, like, the closest 2, but were like, it was this part of this dress and this part of this dress that would have been my dress.
Right.
And it was just it was also just interesting. Like, nobody really knew. Nobody had any like real guess of what it looked like. The only person that kind of knew was my friend Chelsea. One, because we tried on dresses at the same store. And then she asked me what collection I chose from. And we both chose from the same collection. And I think we just know each other's style enough that, like, we were like, oh, okay, well, you chose this one, and I chose this. So I like, yeah, because she knew which dress was mine. But like I said, she'd gotten a little bit more of a hint than anybody else.
Right. And it was beautiful. It was like the most unique to you, and like perfect and elegant, and just like it fit you so perfectly. And I felt like your little like happy dance that you did when we all did turn around, you were just like feeling yourself and so excited. And yeah, I still think your brain was a little bit in outer space because I feel like you were thinking about like the next thing you had to go do. And I know that your mom also had her back still to you, and so I know she was like secretly freaking out slightly off to the side. And I feel
I
like
know,
you
I'm like,
probably
don't turn
felt that.
around. Mom, don't turn around. Stay over there. Don't look. And yeah, I said did first look with my girls, and then I did first look with my mom. So my mom lives like 3 hours away from me, and it just didn't work out for her to come it didn't work out for anybody to come be with me to do my dress shopping. My friend Lily lives here, so she came with me. And then Jade last minute came with me to my final appointment because I needed someone to know how to bustle my dress, which was still a little confusing day of because it was a very, very large bow that we had to deal with.
And bustles
like
are hard. Bustles are
bustles
so
are hard. Yeah.
confusing.
And so like the lady shows us, but it was still, we just knew it was going to be like a struggle, which was fine. The bow also seemed like heavier day of. I don't know why. Maybe because it was carrying all my emotions for me. But it did just feel like it was not as secure as like it was every other time I put it on. And so I was frustrated, but it looked pretty either way, with it on or with it off.
I think you're wearing it for so much longer than you ever would have at an
Yeah,
appointment that it starts to
that's probably
like
true.
show its true
Yeah.
colors of like it's weighing down, and then the buttons are like, shit, we're holding this on for dear life. Like
For dear life. Yeah. So basically, for those of you who don't know, my dress was just it was strapless, very like square top strapless, had like a deep sheer V that basically like went to my belly button almost. It was like my whole front, and then it was just like silhouette type, so it was very like tight and fitted, but it had this giant like couture bow that hung sideways on it. And when I say giant, I mean the bow is like half of me, so like it's a huge bow. Absolutely beautiful, like a show stopping like moment dress, which is exactly how it like made me feel when I put it on. I'm sure I mentioned that talking about dress shopping. Just like my dress made me feel like it was 100% made for me. And I was so thankful to have that like real feeling in my dress because my mom couldn't be here, and the dress that I called my mom in to say like, okay, I think this is the dress, I actually didn't end up getting. And then it made this like really special moment where she got to like be surprised and see me in like this grown up dress, like something she would have never thought I'd choose, but like just was so happy to see me finally in it because she was really struggling that she had not seen me in it. She was just like, I don't need to see the dress. I swear she was gonna peek when she was here because it was hanging like in my room.
Yeah.
But she didn't. She kept it a secret. And then the first thing she does is she starts to apologize because my mom's dress, I know you guys don't know this or wouldn't know this, or maybe I said it. My mom's dress had this giant bow on the front of her dress. And that was the whole reason I had said, like, oh my gosh, yes, Mom, you have to get that dress. Like, I love it. It's perfect. It's beautiful, because I had already picked my dress and she'd sent me so many other ones. And I was like, no, like, yeah, that one's pretty, but I think we could like find something better. Then she shows me that one and I was like, oh my God, I'm so your daughter. Like, of course you want a dress with a huge bow on it. How cute. Now we're going to match. I didn't tell her any of this because I wanted it to be like that surprise moment. And so she's like crying because she feels bad because she got the bow removed from her dress because she said that it made her feel like frumpy, like it was too big. And I was like, I mean, I understand my dress, this bow is huge, but this bow's on my back. So it was cute because she realized in the moment, like as soon as she saw me, she was like, the bow. I know, I was trying to tell you without telling you. So she's like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. It's okay. Like, I want you to feel pretty. I want you to feel comfortable.
I realized though that one of the outfits I showed you for me had a bow, and you were in love with it too.
I was trying to be discreet, you know?
I just processed that like sitting here with you right now. You were like, I love the bow on that one. And I was like, really? I didn't think about it in the moment.
That was my mom also. My mom was just like, I don't know if I like the bow. Like once she got the dress, she loved it when she saw it, when she ordered it. But then when she put it on, she's like, I don't like the bow. And we were like, we love the bow. The bow's great. And she was like, I don't like it. And then again, she ended up taking it off, but it was fine. She looked beautiful. She was fabulous. And I don't think she changed out of her. Did she change?
No, she rocked that the whole night.
That's so funny because she told my mom definitely had an outfit change, and I was like excited to see her switch into her other fit because she was gonna wear like a black. The dress she wore was like this sequence, really pretty, like terracotta-ish brown, like
Mm-hmm.
more brown than orange, like fully sequence dress, top to bottom. It was just very my mom, very glitter, glitzy, glam. She felt probably so good in it, but she was like, I have to chase Cohen around. I can't wear this the whole time. I'm like, okay. So her next outfit was like a black, I don't know if it was a tank top type dress or like a shirt
Oh,
sleeve
maybe she
shirt,
did
but then
change
she
into
put
that.
on the tulle skirt. Did she put that on? The black tulle skirt? I just like don't remember seeing her in it.
For some reason, well, I will say, like, fast forward way into the night, we're putting Cohen down to sleep, and I do remember her in a black outfit, but we were all, like, crammed in that trailer, putting him to
Oh,
sleep,
okay.
and so, like, I can't really remember what it
Okay.
was that I'm
I
seeing,
just
but I
don't
know
remember
she
seeing
changed into
her.
something black.
Okay. Then maybe she did and I just missed I like didn't see her in that outfit. But
Yeah,
it was so cute. I was really excited to see her have her outfit change because she was excited about it.
yeah.
Um and then I did first touch with Kyle, and I think that's what calmed me down. Like
Mm-hmm.
initially, like I was like, okay, we're both here, we've made it. We did our first touch, and then we did our first look, and I almost kissed him 14 times, and he was like, I don't think you're supposed to kiss me before, and I was like, I just want to get really close to you because I'm nervous, and I'm definitely like physical touch is my love language. It could calm me down in like an instant if he just touches me. And so I was like, oh my God, thank God you're here. This is great. We did some pictures, which was great. I haven't seen them, but I'm thankful that we did as many as we did before because um I'll get to it later, but I literally almost like changed out of my dress before we did our sunset photos because I
Yeah,
was just trying to dance. So I was like, oh my
yeah.
gosh, thank God we took as many as we did. And thank God we did the first look together and all of that. Then I did a little gift with my dad, which I wasn't going to do like as a first look or anything, but it just kind of ended up being a first look because he hadn't seen me yet. And I had a gift
Mm-hmm.
for him that I wanted to give him before we went down the aisle. I just got him cufflinks that said like, I loved her first and I will love her always or something like that on them. And then we did bridal party photos. So fun. I cannot wait to see those.
Yeah,
I'm
those are gonna be
actually
so good.
dying to see my pictures. I have a total of 6 at the moment, and I've already posted 3 because the other 2 are like 2 are of me getting my makeup done, so they kind of look the same. And then
Mm-hmm.
one is just like a scandalous, I don't know, detail shot of like me sitting there with my shoulders out.
Yeah.
So pretty. Love it. It's beautiful. But I am dying to see my pictures. I'm like, it's killing me. I
Yeah.
have put off my confetti thing a while. That could be a whole other podcast. But I just sent it off today, so I'm excited to get that back because that has been giving me like a life these last 2 weeks, three
Being able to
weeks
see
almost.
everything.
Being able to see everything because I am such a photo whore. I say it all the time. That's why my wedding was literally built around photo ops. Um, but yeah, I did. We said we did our photos and that bridal party photos, and those were so fun. Do you remember anything from those that were so fun? I'm like, I loved being thrown in the air or picked up, or maybe Kyle was thrown in the air, but that was really fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say we had well, for the girls, like we started with the girls, we had some really cute, Jenna had a bunch of visions that she wanted for like our group photos. And then what I thought was really sweet is we did like one-on-ones with her. And on my phone actually I have a bunch of just like little clips of videos of those moments where I feel like people are kind of saying their like last words to you, like, or
Yeah.
their not really intimate words or intimate moments, but I feel like people are just getting kind of a little extra moment with you and like posing with you and kind of
Mm-hmm.
getting some solo shots. And then when the boys come in, before they do their group photos, we all do big ones. And we had some really cute photos where all the girls held Kyle and then all the guys held Jenna. And I feel like those are going to be such fun photos. And then the only thing that I have to say about like our big group photos was just I feel like this is every wedding. I think it is. I'm not trying to throw them under the bus, but like the way that girls mean business when it comes to the photos and the way the guys like
No,
just they like are back to kindergarten. Like someone is
they do.
speaking and they're all having their own side conversations. And then
Yes,
there's
always.
they're like shocked when they're like, "Okay, look at us and do this," or like, "Look at us and do that," or whatever. They're like, you want me to do what? You want me to do what?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you guys have all done this before. I know you've all done this before. Lock it in and we can like hit the shot on the first chance and she doesn't have to do it again and again."
I know.
But I think
It's so
also
true.
I think guys have a completely different day because
They do.
they don't
They
have that
absolutely
get ready
do.
time, so they just have drink time, party time, and so
Yes.
they're like rocking and rolling by 2 p.m. whereas we are like
Rockin' and rollin' is the
just
best way to put that. Rockin' and rollin'. That's the
yeah,
nicest way to say that they get lit as fuck and just are like, okay, here we
yeah.
go. Like, we're ready. And we're
And
over here stressed as hell.
yeah, I feel like once all the girls left and they were doing just the guy photos, it was funny because I actually stayed behind because I was still trying to capture some videos and I was also helping the photographer like with she wanted me to like hold the photo binder so she knew what to take. And for some reason when it's just all the guys, they all simmered down
Oh,
and could like
they
lock it in.
can put it to, yeah,
Yeah.
because they're such show offs when all the girls are around. They just have to, they are just characters. They turn again into kindergartners that don't know how to talk around girls, that are just
Yeah.
being silly. And it's
Yeah.
like cute for a minute, but then I'm like, okay, seriously, you guys, can you put on your model faces? I know you guys can do this. You all are so handsome. You're all in suits. It's the best you're going to look for the next 10 years. Let's just get it together, okay?
Yeah. And I feel like two of the favorite things I saw when they were doing the guy photos, one, Kyle's brother Ricky was the only one that like didn't have sunglasses on, and I kept being like, Ricky, like grab some sunglasses, and he was like, I don't wear sunglasses. Sunglasses look stupid on my face, and I thought he was saying it in a way of like, you know how some people say stuff and they like just want the compliment out of it. I'm like, no, you don't look
Yeah.
stupid. Like it will look fine. He's like, no, I look stupid. I'm not wearing sunglasses. So I'm like,
Mm.
okay, got it. Like no one knows Ricky, I feel like, but it makes sense.
Makes
Um
sense.
and then my other favorite thing was they did a clip for the videographer where they had a beer at the end of the grass and they like sprinted toward it. Or there's
Did
two
you get to
beers.
watch? Did you get to watch that?
I saw it like as I was running away, and
Oh
all
my
I
gosh.
saw was Kyle get taken out. Like, taken out. And then I didn't know this till later, but Kendrick told me that like Kyle came up to him and was like, "I think I like broke my ankle. Like I think I twisted my ankle. That like I'm not doing that again."
Naturally. Give them
They
some,
were
give them a
definitely having
competition.
they were definitely having some fun for their pictures.
So cute. It's so cute. We had two married couples like in our party. So Derek and Jill are married and Shannon and Kendrick are married. And so I just think that was also so special and so fun. Like one, seeing you guys walk down the aisle like together was so sweet.
Yeah.
And then like your entrances were so fun. And like I think just the dynamic of like seeing, knowing that your guys' husbands were right over there as you guys are over here just being silly and sweet like together. I just loved it. I loved that dynamic. I love that we got to be at your wedding and be a part of all those fun things, and we got to be at Jill and Derek's and in Jill and Derek's and a part of that for them too. Like such fun memories like to
I was
have.
actually just going through some videos that I took and like I'm taking videos of you in whatever you're interacting and doing, and all I can hear is like Kendrick in the background hitting on me. Like I can just hear him over my shoulder hitting on me. And I'm like trying to take videos for your content. And I'm like, of course, this is the background sound to all these videos is him just being like, hey girl, hey. Like as if it's like a groomsman and a bridesmaid that I have never met and they're gonna
Never
like
met.
hook up
I
that night
love
or
it.
something.
That's so cute. I also thought it was so sweet. I have a couple videos where like Derek, Jill's husband, like I'm coming in from something and I just get the biggest hug from him and he's like, yeah, girl, do that. Like, get it. Like he's just like such a good like hype man. And
Yeah.
like it's just so cute because even like I have so many fun memories with Jill and Derek, but like one, we're always drinking with them. Like, it's just been a thing. We've grown up together. We've been friends for over 10 years. We're all in our 30s now. And like, it's just so fun to be with each other because we go from like, we turn into like college girls and boys that are just having a good time at a freaking game, and we're just excited to be with each other and like tease each other, and I just love that dynamic. I mean, we always have so much fun when I'm with either of you guys, but to have all of us, it just was to the max, like
So
the
fun.
best.
So fun. And like we said, the boys were already roasty, toasty.
Yeah, they were already having way too much fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just love it. Okay, I wrote ceremony is about to start, and this is kind of just, I'm not trying to call you out, Mom, but I'm going to say it. So my mom was having a moment. I don't know what was going on, but my mom has like, I think we're similar in this sense where like we will get to a point where like, basically we just like want to, whatever we're doing, we just need to get it done and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like not the time for my mom to be in this moment. I don't know what had happened. I don't know what like was said to her, but it was written all over her face. I know this face as, because it's my face too now when I'm upset and when I'm like mad about something. But my whole life, my mom has always said like, you need to change the channel right now. Like if we were giving her attitude, if we were doing something we weren't supposed to be doing, like that voice in my head is played often even when I know that I have that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did not, like I said, didn't mean to call out my mom, but she looked at me and she said like, I was like, Mom, what's the matter? Like, we're about to walk down the aisle. Like, everybody's getting in line. And she was like, nothing. I just want to just get married. Let's just get it over with. And the face turned into my face.
Good.
And I was like, Mom, you need to change the channel right now. I was like, this is not the day or the time to do whatever is going on right now. And this cannot happen. And she was just like, okay. And I felt like I completely scolded my mom. And then she was just like, you're right. I'm sorry. Like, all of a sudden was like happy and like fine. I was just like, okay.
She needed it, right? She needed
we
it.
didn't talk about it. So I don't know actually what happened. I should probably ask what was going on in that moment now that it's over and done with. But it was just, I felt like I was scolding my mom, and it was just such a unique experience for me because I didn't really do that often. Okay, at this point, I feel like Brandon is now like in his feels a little.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes up to hug me. And for those of you who know Mr. Sawyer, he gives great hugs. You just feel super loved by him. I feel like this is the reason we just love his family. They all hug like this, like they mean it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he hugged me, and I instantly was about to lose it. Like I was again, anxiety was high. I felt like I was getting into a better place, and then Brandon made me feel like I was gonna cry again. And so I was like, I think I just turned away from him. I don't even know if I said like, I gotta go, or like figure it out or get it together. I love you, but I can't because you're very special to us, and I can't have this moment with you right now. Like I'm about to walk down the aisle and I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
And so I sort of looked at my stepdad because he's my officiant, and I was hoping, is that the right word? Officiant?
Yeah.
Officiant.
Officiant.
It felt weird coming out of my mouth. But I looked at him, my stepdad, and I was just like, Dan, I don't feel good. I'm like, I'm stressed out. I'm really nervous. Like, I need either some water or like someone to calm me down because there's going to be a lot of people out there, and I have to talk, and I have to get through my vows, and like, oh my gosh, did I read them enough? Like, and so I do feel like I was about to have a panic attack. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was very, very nervous, and I did not think I would feel that way. Like, again, I have anticipated this day for so long. I practiced the speech. Like I have everything planned out to a T in a 15-minute increment schedule. Like I've got this. It's going to be fine. But I was freaking out. And so I'm so grateful that like I just looked at him, and I almost instantly felt calm because he was so calm and like was just like, Jenna, it's okay. Like, this is fine. You're supposed to feel like this. It's a very big moment in your life. It's a, you know, and he was, I think just because he was telling me it was okay, I like started to calm down again
Mm-hmm.
and felt good. And I was like, at that point, like he's first and I'm last. So he's like, I gotta go. It's time to start. Like, I'll see you up there. Everything's gonna be great. And I was like, okay, all right. Where's my dad? I gotta get in line. I'm the last
Yeah.
one. I gotta get in line, and then we gotta go.
He gave you a cute little speech though. Like it was short and sweet, but I feel like he gave you some really good words to in like you said, he was calm about it and he said exactly what he needed to say and you afterwards were like, "Okay. Yep, okay." And then
Yeah.
you were ready to like breathe again.
No, yeah. That's exact like I said, I probably missed what he said in the moment was so special. Could I repeat it to you now? No, because I was so nervous. But like I do know that it did make me feel really good. And I'm sure everybody else around could hear because we were just in a small little area.
Yeah.
But I am very thankful that like he did that for me. And I said, then it all starts, and I feel like I was fine. there, um, I wrote fill in the blanks here too. If there was anything that you wanted to share at that point, Shannon, once we were all ready and in line. But I said I don't really remember looking at anybody like walking down the aisle except for Kyle. Like I was just really in that moment. My song meant so much to me, and like I hope he heard the words. We've listened to it obviously 100 times, but like in the moment, like all I could hear was the song and see him, and like he's losing it up there. And then I really only looked at my mom because I know she really wanted to walk me down the aisle, but I did something special with my mom later.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like made sure I went and hugged my mom because like it's her day too. Like I'm her firstborn child. I'm her little girl. Like I wanted her to feel special and know that like she is just as important to me. And so anyways, that's all I remember. I remember the song. I remember looking at Kyle and just really soaking in that moment. And then that was that. Is there
Yeah.
anything I forgot? What do you remember from me like walking down?
I mean, so you had like an order of people that were a procession going down, if that's the right word, I don't know. And you had like some hype people go down first and hand out beers and like throw petals and stuff. And I feel like it was really fun watching the people's faces in the crowds. They were all like laughing and so excited. And then all of us, all the bridal party did like our little pieces and um Jenna did it to where we walked down and we split apart and then we sat down like in a row behind the family. So it was nice that we got to be able to see it and like watch the day with all of them. My favorite part, I tried to get your attention a few times before we walked down to like say I love you, but you again were like laser focused on whatever you were thinking. Um, but you did tell me like right before we lined up that you needed someone to like fix your dress and like grab your bouquet. And because we're not standing right next to you, like
Yeah.
I was definitely spent my time walking down the aisle, like thinking about where I should go and where I should hide so that like I could grab that from you. But then once I sat down at the perfect time to be able to see. Oh, just kidding. I grabbed or I walked down, did my little split apart, and then I hid off to the side. And so I got to like watch Cohen come down on his little
Okay.
electric Jeep like perfectly,
Yeah.
and him and your flower girl
Jayla.
came down
Yeah.
and that part, so they came down to the song Right and Dirty, and that part, like people were cracking up and like hearing everyone in the crowd just being like, oh my god, this is so cute. And like Kyle was doing like a little DJ set with them. He was like, they were like going back and forth, like reversing, going forward, reversing. And that was really, really cute.
Cute.
Yeah,
I'm
and then
so
seeing you
excited to
come
see
down,
that.
yeah, Kyle's
I
face
have like
was really great seeing you,
I
which
just
is
have
always so sweet.
one clip from that from a friend who was in the like in the middle of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So he like just stops. Cohen like stops and like looks over in her direction and then like is backed up. So like that's the
Yeah.
only like view of that I have. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see them come down the aisle. The funny thing about that was, the hype people happened. I thank you for like reminding me. Like, when that was going on, I was pumped. I'm like behind the trees with my dad, and I'm like, whoa, yeah! Like so excited. I see Lily like spinning around, throwing the flowers. I see my uncle like going all around the crowd. Like that made me so happy because that was very like last minute. One, because my stuff didn't get here, so I was debating. It was last minute, as in we were last minute deciding if it was still going to happen. Like it was always on the schedule. The things weren't here. The confetti didn't come. The beer belt didn't come. The flower girl petals didn't come. So like all of that stuff we had to get basically when we got to my uncle's house the night before the wedding. I was like, I don't have this. I don't have this. I don't have this. So I was texting like the people that are supposed to do that. Like, I'm so sorry. This package is still not here, you guys. Like, I don't know what happened to it or where it is or where it went or who I paid, but I didn't get any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was super last minute. They didn't even know, because they didn't come to rehearsal, if we were going to do it. Like I told them like last minute, here's the place in line. If you guys want to, your song's going to start. This is the song. You guys got this. Like,
yes.
They're like, okay, great. And then my niece, she just is a little more shy, and she had her own song to do for the Flower Girl stuff. But at rehearsal, she was a little bit hesitant. And then day of, we told her, like, if you get nervous, if you don't think you can do it, we'll have my other niece, Bella. I'm like, she'll walk with you and it'll be fine. You guys can just walk together. Bella was not there when the ceremony started, which was fine. She wasn't supposed to be in the wedding, so it's not like they were missing anything realistically. I just we had told Jayla that she could walk with Bella, and then Bella wasn't there, so she's like, her feelings are hurt. She's like, she's not here. And I'm like, it's okay, baby. She's not supposed to be here right now. Like, maybe they're just running late. It's okay. She'll be here later. Like, you can play with her later. I was like, but if you don't want to do it, you just got to tell Auntie you don't want to do it. And I'd already knew she wasn't going to do it. Like, I already knew this. I cut her song the night before. I said, she's not going to do it. She's going to just get in the car with Cohen and it'll be fine, which is exactly what happened. She was bawling her eyes out right before she's supposed to go. I was like, Jayla, just go ride with Cohen. And she's like, okay. She's like all excited. She gets to ride with Cohen. And it was like perfect. I think it was more fun for him too. Like, he was excited. He wasn't by himself.
Yeah.
And he wasn't as frustrated, I feel like, as I thought he would be if he had to get out, because Jayla was there. So it was all good. I thought that was so cute. I'm glad you got to see it from the front, because I just watched him basically go through the trees, and then I couldn't see him anymore. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. I hope everybody's loving it. I can't see anybody's faces.
It was really, really cute.
Well, and then Bethany told me that the people's daughter, the people that we rented the barn from, their daughter, Bethany, she told me that when that song started, because I'd already told her about the DJ and how like a rehearsal was a little weird. When that song started, she was like, oh no, is this song supposed to be playing? Like, nobody knew that Cohen was coming down, was coming down the aisle to Ride and Dirty. And she was like she said that she looked at her mom like, oh, I don't know if this is on his list.
DJ.
Like, she was like, the DJ, he fucked it up. Like, she was like already on my side and already to be like, who is this guy? Like, what's he doing?
No, that was so funny. Cute.
Okay, and then you said seeing Kyle was sweet. That was my favorite part. I mean,
yeah, I feel like everyone always takes a moment to like look at the groom when the bride is walking down, because that's always super sweet, whether they're smiling super big or whether they're emotional or whether they like however they carry themselves. And he was definitely, I mean, he was really, really excited and proud to bring Cohen down, and then I feel like it set in his emotions once he saw you. And it was sweet.
It was so sweet. That was like my favorite part too. Like I said, all I remember hearing is the song and like singing the words to him, which I'd tried a million times in my car to like sing it and not be as emotional, but like I was absolutely. And I remember telling my dad, like, I just want to stop in the middle to sort of like look around. And I think I did look around, but I don't remember looking at anybody. Like, I just remember looking right at Kyle and being like, oh my gosh, we're here. Like, I'm still going to love you after all these things, all this time, all these people, all the things. Like, we've made it. We're right here. Like, we're going to get married in a minute. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just we're up in the front, and the ceremony happens, and that's kind of where I stopped with my notes because I figured I would just go through my like schedule since it's written out. But I feel like everything went so smoothly. I'm so thankful that my friend Mandy is just like a beautiful speaker, and that my stepdad Dan does this for a living. He's a pastor. He has spoken in front of people a long time. Like, I just felt really comfortable with both of them up there. I'm thankful that Dan just kind of like stepped aside and let us do our vows together. Like, that felt really special to me. We didn't really talk about him doing that. He did mention he would move aside, but I feel like he moved aside at the perfect time. Like, I did feel like it was really intimate with just us, even though everybody was obviously right in front of us. I also didn't think that I would be the one to keep it together up there.
Yeah, Kyle did his vows first, and Jenna went second. And I feel like Kyle, how long do you think it took Kyle to?
It took him some time to get through it. It was really sweet. I was saying, like, I told him afterwards, I was like, I have to read them again because I got every other word. And you would look at me and I could feel what you were saying and I could tell what you were saying, but I wanted to just read it again right afterwards so that like I could hear it one more time.
Yeah.
Because he was just so sweet. I really didn't expect him to be as emotional. And he told me a bunch of times, like, I'm gonna lose it on Saturday. Like, I'm gonna be so emotional. I'm like, you're not really that way. Like, you don't cry a lot. Like, I just can't even picture that being like what happens. And so I was just like, wow, this is really sweet. I love you so much. Thank you for crying in front of all of these people. That's really, really, that's so nice.
I think what was really sweet too was like, I think people do it one of two ways. When they like start getting choked up or they start having a hard time, they either kind of just like struggle through it. I'm that person that I just kind of like squeak my way through my words because I'm like, I just need to get it done. But he was really sweet and he like really took his time. So even if it meant like 30 seconds of breathing in between every 5 words, like he took his time. I feel like he really wanted to like say all the words to you. So like there was no rush on his part. And I also love that your mom was like just cheering. She was like, you got this, baby. You can do it. Keep going, Kyle. Like just cheered him on, which I don't know if he liked or not, but like
no,
it was really so sweet.
Cute. I don't really remember, again, like hearing anything from the crowd. It was almost like at a sporting event where like you're up to bat and everybody's yelling at you and like you're just like, I have to tune this out in order to like hit the ball or like whatever. That's exactly how I felt. And even with him talking to me, like I felt like I was coaching not here, and he'd be like, I'm watching him through his batting. I'm like, I'm like, babe, you got this. It's just me. Like, it's just us. It's okay. And then be like, babe, I'm mic'd up. And I was like, I know. It's okay. It's all right. Like, I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, just pretend they're mic'd up. Don't say that. Like, I was like being rude by saying like, don't worry about all those people. But I was like, it's okay. Like, it's just me. Just talk to me. Just look at me. Just talk to me. And I do. Oh, it says no internet connection.
Oh, you're gone.